Hey everybody, TheRealConcertKing here, back with another interview. I've got a very special guest. It's Johnny Depp, right?
Yeah, all my movies lately have been total crap.
Wait, I think I have a... Oh, it says it's William Beckett.
That's me.
Okay, William Beckett here.
That's the guy.
The guy from the Snakes on Plane? Okay, yeah, the guy from the Snakes on Plane song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, the chick in the video.
Yeah, the chick with the hot
me.
chick with, the tall one, not the short one. Alright, well thanks to William for doing this.
Yeah, thanks for having me, man.
Yeah, so just in case you don't know how interviews work, because I know you might not have done any.
I never had one before.
Here's how it's going to work. I'm going to ask you a series of questions, and I want you to answer them on the spot right now.
I see what you did there.
Yeah, so...
I can do that.
That's how it works. Alright, so let's just start out easy. How did you start getting into music?
Well, for me it was like, music was always around me when I was young. My parents weren't musicians, but they, are music lovers. So my dad was really into like, sort of like the 90s grunge. So like the Pearl Jam, STP, rest in peace to Scott Weiland. Like Alice in Chains and stuff like that. So I got really into like STP and Pearl Jam when I was young that way. Then my mom was really into like 80s new wave, so like I got into Tears for Fears, New Order, and Depeche Mode, stuff like that, The Cure.
Yeah.
Then when the radio started sucking when I was in middle school, and all they played was Creed, I stopped listening to the radio and started going to like local shows in Chicago, and that's when I fell in love with like Alkaline Trio, Dashboard, like some of the more underground, like scene bands, I guess is the word for it. I know I kind of hate that, but...
Well, I know what you mean.
Yeah.
But you just kind of answered 3 of my questions all in one, so that was good. Very efficient.
But my stepdad let me borrow his Pink Floyd box set and his Led Zeppelin box set when I was in high school. And...
You're answering all of my questions, and I like that.
Hey, we're just talking.
That's great. No, it's great.
And I wasn't into Pink Floyd at that point. I love Pink Floyd now, but
it took me a while to get into it.
The Led Zeppelin, it was like immediate, and I was just like, holy crap, I love this band. Like, and then I watched the song remains the same, like live performance DVD, and like Robert Plant and like the whole dynamic of the band. I fell in love with the performance side of it, so that's when I wanted to like be a singer and like do that whole thing.
Yeah, they were incredible.
Yeah.
So you've had going on a kind of a long career at this point. When did you feel like, all right, this is when I've made it? I'm actually a musician. I'm a professional musician now. Have you had that moment?
Hard to say. Yeah, I've had it.
Has it just been a gradual progression?
Yeah, I mean, there's like little morsels of like, like little morsely moments that you're like, holy, like you take a step back and you look at it and you say, this is more than I ever dreamed of, and like it's happened quite a few times, like even recently with this tour. I mean, to see that people still care so much 10 years later, and like to see that we care so much, and
after so many years
not being together at all, and playing on stage together, I feel like we have like better chemistry than we ever did back then, and like we're like better musicians now, which is kind of crazy. But like,
well, you guys have definitely been. This is the 3rd night.
Yeah.
You guys have been great. It's crazy because this is being my 3rd show on this tour. I only saw Academy as 3 times ever. I've seen you a bunch solo, but the Academy is
cool.
Yeah, so it's like I've just doubled up. But yeah, I can agree with what you're saying. You guys are definitely a lot tighter.
Sure, and like I mean, this whole tour is a perfect example of like us looking back and being proud of what we accomplished. There's many others, but that one's like the most fresh.
Again, you're just answering all the questions, which is good. How did the whole reunion thing come about?
Well, we got an offer from Riot Fest in Chicago, and then from there...
They asked you if you wanted to play?
And we were like, yeah, and we kind of had it in the back of our heads that we might do something, but like the year was kind of winding down, and if we didn't do it in 2015, then we wouldn't do it at all. So then, like, after that happened, we started talking about, hey, like, if you feel good about this, what if we, like, throw a tour together and have our good buddies Party Baby come hang out? So we did, and it's just been it's been overwhelmingly positive. I mean, everyone's, you know, we're, I don't remember any
Selling
time.
out a bunch of shows.
Yeah, selling
playing
out.
big places.
And, you know, playing an hour and 20 minutes. I get to go crazy again.
It's fun. I was remarking to my friends after the first show that I saw on this tour, you look like you're having so much fun out there with your mic stand and your band and your high kicks and all your...
I got the high kicks.
Yeah.
I'm like, you know,
It's fun.
try not to hurt myself.
Yeah, no, it's you know...
I'm like, hey man, I still got it.
every time I've seen you in the past like 4 years, it's been you with an acoustic guitar, and
Yeah.
you know the show's been great, but it's a whole different thing.
It's a whole different dynamic, you know.
How do you feel about the almost your album after all these years?
You know, I think it's interesting because I feel like, you know how any band doesn't want to play their old stuff when they have new albums out and stuff, you know, it's just sort of a cyclical thing like that where, no, like, you know, Santa came out, so we don't want to play anything from last year. But that's really not the case, so for us it's like that it has new life, you know.